Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Danielle, and in this video we're going to talk about my February grocery budget, or lack thereof. How much money I actually spent on groceries in February, and I already know it's embarrassing. Y'all, we got to get it under control. So not only am I going to show you guys how much money I spent on groceries in February, we're also going to do some March projections, and I want to show you guys something cool as far as the budgeting tool goes. I just recently figured out something that we can use for our budgets. Google Pay has some really good new features, and I just want to show you guys that stuff so you can kind of stay on track as well if you are trying to keep your budget in check like I am. So let's get into the video. So if you've been following me for a while, then you know that I was on a debt payoff journey, and as a result of that I started budgeting. And yeah, so back in last summer we started with this whole debt payoff thing. We came up with a budget, and we came up with debt payoff amounts, so how much money we were going to be putting toward debt, how much we were going to be putting toward groceries, how much fun money we had, how much we're spending on everything throughout the month, so we can keep a really tight, strict hold on where our money was going. And that worked wonderfully. We're pretty much almost completely out of debt at this point. It's been about 8 months, and we could not be happier with the results. But now that we're almost out of debt, we've definitely been a little bit more lax. And because we're interested in buying a house at this point, we've been putting more money towards saving and less toward debt payoff. And it's just been a much more lax situation. I haven't been doing my budgeting every single month. I haven't been checking in with my budget every week like I was before. And I've noticed a really drastic uptick in how much money we've been spending for groceries and food in general. And it's ridiculous. So I'm gonna get a handle on it this month. Today is March the 1st, and I'm starting with my new March grocery budget, or just budget in general. In this video, I'm going to talk specifically about groceries because this is a food channel. But if you want to see how much we spent for the whole month of February in total for everything that we bought, then check out my budgeting video on my other channel. But in this video, we're covering only groceries and food. So I went ahead and just wrote down all the times that I went shopping, all the money that I spent on groceries, and this is only groceries in this video. I did not even go and write down all the money we spent on eating out. We don't tend to eat out more than once or twice a week anyway, but it adds up. We have 4 kids, and now my dad lives here too, so it's adding up. So yeah, let's talk about groceries specifically. So I'm embarrassed, y'all, but I went and added up all the money that I spent on groceries. I went through my credit card that I typically use to buy groceries with. I looked at our bank account. I looked at Target. And I'm going to show you guys how I categorize everything and how I kind of figure out what specifically we spent on groceries. Because when it comes to stores like Target, you don't typically only buy groceries, you buy everything at Target. So if you're using your red card, it leaves a footprint of what you're actually buying. So you can go onto the Target website or the Target app, look at your recent purchases, and you'll be able to see exactly what you bought, and then kind of just subtract out the food, or just add that up separately and add it to your money that you spent on groceries. So that's what I did, and I was able to figure out an exact number of how much we spent. Drum roll, please. So for February, we had a grand total of $693.25. Now, as y'all know, or maybe you don't, when we were on our stricter budget, our grocery budget was $400 for the month. We are over at this point by about $300, and this does not include eating out. So I can't even fathom how I let that happen. And it's just because I got lax. I just was not keeping track of it. What gets measured gets improved, and I wasn't measuring it, and therefore there was no improvement in how much money I've spent. And this has happened twice in a row now. I didn't even calculate January, but I already know that I spent a bunch of money in January too because I wasn't tracking it. So March will not be a repeat, and all this extra money that we're spending is going to go into our savings account for our new house. So yeah, I got to get on top of it, and there's no other way to do that than to get back on a budget. And I know that when a lot of people hear the word budget, you kind of feel like, oh, well, that's for poor people, that's for people who don't have a lot of money. But no, a budget is for everybody. It is how people stay on track with their money. It's how you hit your savings goals. It's how you hit your investing goals. It's how you don't overspend in certain categories. It's how you allot yourself money for clothes and shoes. It's how you kind of increase your quality of life. because you can do a lot more with your money if you know where it's going. If you spend it all and you don't know where it went, then that money could have went toward a vacation. It could have went toward new clothes. It could have went toward paying off a debt. Like, there's so many things you can do with your money, but you have to know how much money you're spending, and you have to kind of stay on top of it. And in the last couple months, I've definitely not been on top of it. We've been saving a good amount of money, but we could have been saving about $1,000 more per month had I been actually staying on top of the budget. And I mean, it's gone now. Most likely it went to food, but I'm not gonna let it happen again. So here we are. So let me show you guys what I just recently learned. So when you're using Google Pay, you can link your bank accounts, you can link your credit cards, and you can also link your debit cards. And that's how you're gonna be doing touchless pay. And that's typically what I do at the grocery store. I will just walk up to it. My phone's like this, boom, hold it up to the little payment machine, and it takes my payment on my credit card just like that. I don't have to do anything but hold my phone close to it, and that's how it happens. But I never actually thought that Google Pay could be used as a tool for budgeting until yesterday when I just found this out. So there are two different Google Pay apps. They just recently added an updated one, and you have to be using the updated version of the Google Pay app in order to access all these features. So this is what the first one looks like here, but then there's another newer one, and it looks like this. So as long as you're using this one, then you know for sure that you have the right one. So I'm gonna go ahead and click it. I'm gonna make sure not to show you guys any personal information. So now that we're inside here, you see this spot that says businesses, and that is showing me all the places that I've shopped recently and my credit card was used. So I'm able to kind of get a overall view of what's happening. If you click this little $sign here at the bottom, you can see how much money you've spent. Here's all my recent activity. And then at the top here, there are three little icons. Right now we're on the little envelope, and that's just showing you an overall look at your money. Today is March 1st, so there's not really anything happening. I haven't spent any money yet in March. But if we click the little calendar here, the third icon, then you can see that there is kind of like an overview of how much money you spent. So here's my recent activity, and if you hit all transactions, it's going to show you a full list of all the money that you spent. I'm on the Your Money screen, and I clicked you spent $0. I click that, and then it's showing me March. But if I hit this little back arrow right here, now it's showing me February. So I spent $1,036 in February with my cards that are linked to my Google Pay account. Probably spent way more than that because I have some cards that aren't linked here. But yeah, so you can get a list of everything, and it's showing you a breakdown per week. So I just feel like this is a really, really good way to kind of get an overall view of how much money you're spending. So at a glance. So if you're going to use one credit card or one bank card every time to do all your shopping, then you'll have just kind of like a at a glance look at how much money you spent without having to go in and tally it up yourself. So I feel like that's invaluable. Definitely appreciate this, and I can't wait to start using this in March to keep myself on track. So I just wanted to show this to you guys. And then also I want to show you something else because this is really, really cool. So if you go back to the home screen by just clicking this little, you can click the home button, and this is the home screen, but we want to go to this little price tag right here. And now they have rewards and like discount codes and stuff that you can use. So what you can do is go through and look at all of the rewards they have. This is no different than a credit card. My credit card offers rewards like this, so I'll go through every month and look and see where I can save money. Like for our Capital One credit card, they're offering a Tax Act 20% off coupon. So I used Tax Act to do our taxes last year, and I intended to use them again this year. So I'm going to definitely pay with the credit card and take advantage of that. So if you know for sure that you're going to be eating at Panera sometime throughout the month, then go ahead and add that one to your account. And now it's activating, and once it's activated, you can just go ahead and use your credit card as you normally would. The only stipulation is that you need to spend $10, and bam, you save 10% just off the break, just like that. If I were going to be doing some shopping, I could use the Adidas or H&M ones. They have Finish Line, Banana Republic, Vitamin Shop, Skin Store, and you can just keep hitting view more until you can see everything. I already added the Burger King one because I love me some Burger King. And if I'm gonna go there, I might as well get some kind of a discount to do it. And 20% off is really, really good. So 20% off at Burger King. And yeah, just go ahead and look through here and see what else. Maybe there's something here that you know you're gonna be spending money on, or a retailer that you know you're gonna be shopping with throughout the month. So why not get a discount without even having to pull out a coupon or even be thinking about it? It's already registered to your card, and whenever you go and spend that money, you'll get the discount automatically. So I love this. And they also have some kind of new reward program on here, which I haven't had a chance to fully investigate. But when I do, I will definitely let you guys know. But yeah, definitely, you guys, start using Google Pay. Even if you're not an Android user and you use Apple, I think you can still download Google Pay on your phone and start to use it as opposed to Apple Pay, because my husband has Apple. He has an iPhone 11 or whatever it is, and we checked out his, and he doesn't have a third of what's happening inside this Google Pay app. There's none of these kinds of benefits. The only thing he can see is his recent transactions, but other than that, there's no like graphs, there's no nothing, there's no perks. So even if you're an Apple user, definitely download the Google Pay app and use Google Pay as opposed to Apple Pay so you can get all these benefits. So now let's talk about my projections for my March budget. Definitely going back to my original budgeting process and going back to my $400 grocery budget for the month. So that means I intend to spend $400 on actual grocery shopping throughout the month, and I will keep you guys updated by posting my grocery hauls. So you can expect 4 grocery hauls in March, and we will tally it up as we go so we can kind of keep on track. And that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think about my budgeting process. How do you budget your money? What little tools and tricks do you use to keep yourself on track if you are in this budgeting space and you have goals or whatever, or you just like to keep track of your money? Let me know how much you budget for your family, how many people are in your family. Like, let's talk about it in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and of course I will see you guys in the next video.